to the cloud. Okay. All right. You're on. We're recording.
Okay. We'll just wait a few minutes and then we'll start.
David will probably be here unless he can't get out of work, but he was planning on coming. I know that.
Okay. I see there is somebody to sign up as Ed, but I haven't seen a face yet.
That's Kempo calls him EDG. Cracks me up. And Debbie isn't going to be coming because of her something. I forget. But maybe it's just you and me.
Sounds good. Do you have any requests?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't know. What's your favorite pose or thing?
My favorite pose, but I need props, is this one.
That looks perfect. Let's start with that.
We can end here.
Okay. Yeah, if you had props, that would be good under your legs.
Yeah, that's the one that is, if I start getting a little bit anxious or anything, I lay down in that pose and it calms me down.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, there's David. I told you you'd be coming.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was helping.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's very glad.
David, do you have a strap or a towel?
This one can be.
Yeah, that works. Perfect.
Okay, this is for.
All right, so we're going to start standing
Okay.
at the top of the mat and
Mute, okay.
what's that?
I'm going to press the mute button.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah, I better do that too.
Okay. Gracias.
Mhm. So we'll start with a standing position. Your feet will be hip width apart at the same length of your hips. Your feet will lay down, and you would like to start all your toes nice and up, and then gently placing from the pinky toe all the way to the big toe. Rolling your shoulders so the palms move forward. And closing your eyes, settling down. Today's class purpose is to be grounded, to be connected, and feel the ground underneath us. So you can sway from the front to the back, feeling the sensation on your feet as the weight shifts from the front and back. And then find on that neutral position, shifting your weight from side to side. And then finding that neutral spot, standing nice and neutral. The crown of the head goes up towards the sky. We'll breathe together for inhaling for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Continuing at your own pace. Bringing your hands to heart center. Setting an intention for today's class. Maybe to have the awareness of every connecting point of your body with the ground to feel nice and grounded, or anything else that you're currently cultivating. With a deep inhale, sealing the intention on the exhale. Inhaling, the hands will migrate towards the sky. Exhaling, swan dive towards the mat. Leading with the chin and the chest is nice and open. And then slowly forward fold. Bending the knees, inhale, reverse swan dive. Extending the spine, going all the way towards the top. And then exhale, leading with a chin, going forward, swan dive to your forward fold. Even your fingers are nice and active. Bending the knees, inhaling, reverse swan dive all the way towards the top, standing up. And exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming to your chair pose, knees together, feet together. Your hands can be a heart center. From here, placing your hands on the mat, so bending the knees enough that your hands can make it to the mat. Extending the right leg towards the back of the room, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling, coming up. Finding that stability in your high lunge. If you bend that back knee, it's a little bit easier to find the balance. If you want this to be more of a stretch, extending that back leg. Inhaling here. If you like a little bit extra stretch, extending the spine as the chest go up towards the sky. Exhaling, coming back to center, placing the hands on the mat, releasing the right leg nice and high for a half splits, and exhale, bringing the right foot to meet your left. Bending the knees, hands migrate towards the sky as you come up into a standing position, extending the spine if you like, and exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, coming into your chair pose. Chair pose, your knees are together, hands are together. Placing the hands on the mat as we bend your knees. Inhale here, exhaling, left foot goes towards the back and gently placing it towards the back of the mat. Inhaling, coming up to your high lunge. Keeping that left hip towards the front of the room. So if you have to make your lunge a little bit shorter by walking towards the front, do so, but keeping your hips nice and square. Inhaling here. If you like a little bit more, we will challenge the balance, but you can extend the spine and the gaze go up. Exhaling, framing the front foot. Releasing the left leg towards the sky as your hands give you that stability on the ground, feeling that connection. Exhaling, forward fold. Bending the knees, inhaling arms all the way up, extending the spine as the chest goes up, exhaling, swan dive, leading with the chin forward into your forward fold. Bending the knees, placing your hands on the mat, coming into a high plank. Right foot goes back, followed by your left foot. Slowly bringing ourselves down towards the mat, inhaling cobra. The top of our feet are planted on the mat. The toes, rather than being untucked, they're untucked. Elbows close to your torso and shoulders down. Inhale here, exhaling child's pose. Making sure that your forehead makes it towards the mat. So your knees may have to be wider apart to allow ourselves to come lower. Feeling every connection that your body's making with the mat. Feeling how the ground is supporting you. Inhaling, slowly transitioning into your tabletop or downward facing dog by coming into a plank and then your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog or tabletop, walking your hands into a prayer squat. So your right foot is going to be outside your right pinky and your left foot outside your left pinky. Trying to maintain as neutral spine as possible, the crown of the head goes high. And lifting ourselves a little bit, contracting the mula bandha muscles. Those are the ones that when you feel you need to pee, contracting those muscles as you are on this pose. If your knees is a problem, you can always sit on a block. Placing your hands on the mat, slowly coming into a forward fold. Healing toes, forward fold with the feet together. Bending the knees, inhaling arms all the way up towards the sky. Extending the spine, chest goes towards the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhaling, bending the knees, chair pose. Knees together, heels together. Everything comes towards the center of the body. Inhaling, bringing your hands towards the mat. Right leg slowly releases towards the back of the room. Inhaling, coming up for your high lunge. Right hand goes forward and slowly rolling, coming as you open your hip, your back foot goes, heel goes on the mat. So you're opening the hips. The hands will go from side to side, beautiful. Inhale here, interlacing the fingers, extending the spine, exhaling left shoulder inside your left knee. Allowing your head to hang heavy and your gaze is towards your back foot. Inhaling, slowly coming up, transitioning into your peaceful warrior, feeling that stretch on the left side of the body. So this is more about being nice and tall and then going back. Inhaling, coming back to center, bringing our hands towards the mat as we go into a side lunge. So right toes point towards the sky as we go in the tippy toes on the left. Using your hands, inhaling, slowly walking towards the right side as you extend the left leg, toes point up. Beautiful. Inhaling, bending the left knee, extending the right leg. This is a prayer mantis. Trying to keep ourselves nice and low, extending the left leg, bending your right knee. And we'll do this one more time to each side. Inhaling, keeping ourselves nice and low on the hips, extending the right leg, bending your left knee. Inhaling, going towards the right side, extending the left leg, toes point forward. Beautiful. Coming back to the center, inhaling, extending both of the legs, walking your hands forward for a wide angle downward facing dog. Making sure you're not putting all your weight on your toes, putting weight on your heels as well, extending your spine. Inhaling, walking your hands to center, bending your knees, slowly coming up. Preparing for warrior two on the other side. As you bend your right knee, hips is nice and open, extending your left leg, warrior two towards the back of the mat. Interlacing your fingers behind you, extending the spine. Right shoulder will come inside your right knee for a humble warrior. Your shoulders are constantly coming back together on your back. Your hands go towards the sky or even towards the back of the room. Inhaling, gently coming back into your peaceful warrior. Right hand goes up, extending, and on the exhale towards the left foot. Your gaze can be towards the back foot or towards the sky, wherever you feel the stretch on your neck. Inhaling, coming back to center, extending the right leg, and slowly coming into standing pose. If you have a strap, great. Otherwise, getting a towel. We're gonna do some shoulder openers. So with a towel, finding a place. And I might have to adjust the camera real quick for this part. So grabbing the towel in the middle, and we'll do this a few times. On the inhale, maintaining at all times your arms are extended. On the inhale, as you bring your hands up, you start feeling that you start getting stuck. So you want to start opening your shoulders to the point that you can go backwards all the way. And then on the exhale, without moving the strap, going the other way around. So now that we know where we're gonna go, we'll do this exercise a few times. Make sure there is no pain, no pinch, because our shoulders are nice and delicate. We gotta protect them. So bringing your hands to the center of your towel, inhaling. As you lift your hands, slowly you allow the towel to slip off to the point that you feel that nice and stretch on the shoulders and the front of the body, going all the way back. And without moving the position, coming back the same way, arms are nice and extended. Beautiful. Let's do that again, starting from the middle of the towel. Inhaling, coming up, nice and gently, making sure your shoulders are happy. They're just stretching and going all the way back, shoulders nice and close behind. Exhaling, coming back to center. Beautiful. Placing your towel or your strap nearby from your mat. Inhaling, transitioning into your tree pose. So left foot in front of you, left quad nice and strong. Right toes can be on the floor, calf, or hamstring. There is no pressure on your knee. Keeping your eyes somewhere in the floor where it's not going to move. And then on the inhale, opening up your tree. Exhaling, coming back to center, releasing that right leg, extending it forward, placing it back down. Now keeping that right quad nice and contracted, holding you up, feeling the ground underneath you. Wherever you pick your tree on one side, picking your tree on this side. Inhaling, you can grow your tree or you can make a mudra to bloom your tree with your hands together all the way on top. Exhaling, bringing the hands back to center, extending the left leg and back down. Beautiful. Preparing for half moon. With half moon, our hips are going to be nice and open. So placing your left foot to look forward and your back foot on a perpendicular angle. Inhaling, arms by your side, and as you start to shift your weight towards that left foot, it's nice and strong, you slowly start lifting your foot. And it's not about how low we go, it's about keeping that integrity of having one line between the crown of the head and the back foot. So if this is too much, stay here. Wherever you need to stay, but nice, they're straight lines. Fingers are active too. Nice and calm, inhaling, coming back to center, beautiful. Preparing to go on the other side, right foot nice and strong, shifting the weight, slowly tilting at the hip as you allow that left foot to go up. It's active, your foot is active, going in opposite direction from your head. And focusing your hands going in opposite directions as well. Inhaling slowly, coming back to center. Beautiful. Walking back to our mat. I'll just adjust the camera. We're gonna go into our lunge pose, lizard lunge pose. So bringing your left foot by your side. Both hands are on the inside of your left foot. Walking the right toes backwards. So you like to make that extension as much as it is possible. Already here, you may feel quite a bit of a stretch, so you can stay here. If you like more, your elbows can come down towards the mat. If this is too much, you can always place books or blocks underneath your elbows. But be at the point where you feel a stretch, but it doesn't hurt. You don't want your elbows to be on the air. Paying attention to every connection your body is making with the mat, how the ground is holding you on each and every one of these poses. Inhaling, slowly coming back to center. This is where you may want to use your towel again. We'll go into a right quad stretch. So extending the left leg, placing the towel underneath your right ankle, and inhaling, coming back as you bend on that left foot. With the leg stretch, you can start pulling on that towel, or if you have the flexibility, you can hold your foot directly. So if you're using the towel, as you bend your elbows, the more you bend it, the more you feel the stretch on that right leg. And as you're in these stretches, continue to breathe normally. Without kicking that right foot, gently releasing the strap and releasing the leg. Beautiful. Inhaling here, exhaling, coming into your tabletop. Extending the spine, exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhale, extend the spine, looking up. Exhale, round. Inhaling back into your tabletop. Right leg will come on the outside of your right pinky. Left leg is gonna walk back as it will go. Your hands are inside your right foot. And again, exploring, knowing that each side is gonna feel different. So trying to come to your elbows and see if your elbows make it to the mat. If not, holding ourselves up here. As long as you feel a stretch is where you need to be. Noticing where your mind goes and bringing it back to your body. Where are you feeling the stretch in your body? Bringing your mind back to your breath. Hands will migrate towards the mat, supporting you as you come up, preparing to go into that quad stretch on the other side. So if you use a strap before, extending your right leg as you bring the towel behind your left ankle, and then as you bend your right knee, you're ready to go back into that quad stretch. Noticing that the more you pull on that strap, the more of a quad stretch you're gonna feel. You want to keep your right hand on the mat to allow yourself to have a stability on the front side of the body. Squaring your shoulders, you may also feel a bit more of a stretch. So your shoulders are open. You'll notice that if you square them towards the front, that left quad may tell you, hey, I'm feeling something. Staying with a sensation, even if it may not be as pleasant, as long as it's a stretch, staying with it with a nice breath, slow cadence breath. Releasing the strap, slowly bringing that left foot back towards the mat. Right foot comes towards the back into your tabletop. So inhaling, extending the spine, exhaling, rounding. Inhale, extend, exhale, round. Inhaling with a neutral spine, right hand elevates towards the sky, preparing to thread the needle, but keeping on the inhale nice and open. And on the exhale, the right hand will come underneath your torso, inside your left hand, bringing that right ear towards the mat, right shoulder lays on the mat. And the left hand can be by your side, towards the sky, placed on the lower back, or even binding. Wherever you are, bring your awareness back to every part of your body that is connecting with the ground. Inhaling, bringing the left hand by next to your nose, pushing the mat away into your tabletop. From your tabletop, allowing yourself to have 3 big circles to whichever direction. We'll do 3 on the other side. So picking 3 big circles with the torso going back and forward, and then to the other side. Going to each limit that it allows, your flexibility allows you to go. When you finish coming back into that tabletop, inhaling, left hand goes up nice and high. Exhaling, threading the needle. Left ear on the mat, left shoulder on the mat, and right hand can come wherever it needs to be on your lower back, binding with your left foot. Bringing the right hand next to your nose, pushing the mat away, coming back into your tabletop. Inhaling, extending the spine, exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, slowly transitioning into your high plank. Shoulders past your wrists coming forward, and then slowly coming down towards the mat. Inhaling, cobra, top of the feet out on the mat, shoulders coming down. Exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, slowly coming back to center. And we're gonna be sitting by the side. So left knee is bent, right leg is nice and extended. If you have a strap or your towel, placing your towel on your right foot. Inhaling, making sure you have a nice and neutral spine, leading with your chin, exhaling, moving forward. Your toes pointing upward, so you want the strap more on the ball of your feet, right underneath your toes. And trying to avoid any rounding of your spine, it's better to be nice up here and extending forward, feeling your chest going forward. Inhaling, releasing little bit. Exhaling, going a little bit deeper. Inhaling, releasing, placing the left hand behind you, preparing for a modified wild thing. So your left hand is behind you. Inhaling, as your hips go up, you're placing your weight on your knee and extending your right leg. Chest goes towards the sky. Nice and open, and exhaling, coming back to center. Beautiful. Slowly releasing the left leg, extending the left leg, and then you can bring yourself forward, holding your hands on your legs or holding your hands in front of you. For this pose, if you have it very close, you can sit on a blanket, which makes it a little bit more accessible. But if you don't have a blanket, that's okay. And again, your chest is going forward, your spine is nice and rounded. There is no reason to, your spine is nice and neutral. There is no reason to round your spine. You can put your hands in front or hold your legs and then use the bind to pull yourself forward. Inhaling, pushing the mat away, bending your right knee, using the strap around the left leg. Inhaling, opening up, nice and tall, and on the exhale, lowering down. So pull, as you pull on the strap on the ball of your feet on the left foot. As you pull, you're pulling yourself forward, visualizing your nose passing your left toes. Inhaling, coming nice and high, exhaling, pulling yourself to go a little bit deeper. Inhaling, releasing. Right hand is behind you, placing yourself as a standing part. Inhaling, hips come forward towards the sky. Left hand goes towards the back. Chest goes towards the sky. Exhaling, lowering down. Placing your feet forward, preparing to lay down, so making sure you don't have anything behind you. Inhaling, arms towards the sky. Exhaling, rounding your spine, lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Should have said to have your strap nearby, so if you don't have it, find your strap. Inhaling, bending your left foot, placing the strap on the ball of your left foot, and slowly extend your left foot. You can hold both of the straps with your left hand. Inhale here, exhaling, bending the left knee, bringing it as close as your armpit as possible, and on the exhale, pushing from your heel, extending your left leg. Inhaling and exhaling, bending the left knee, coming all the way down. Inhale, extend, pushing from your heel. Inhale, exhaling, bending the knee, coming nice towards your chest, and on the exhale, from your heel towards the sky. Beautiful. Inhaling, taking that left leg into 10 10 o'clock. So it's your leg is across your body into a 10 o'clock. If you don't feel much of a stretch, feel free to go a little bit higher, a little bit lower. There is no need to go all the way towards the mat. Just a tiny little bit is enough for a stretch. Trying to maintain the left leg as straight as possible without locking your knee. Bending your left knee, and then this time going into just seated twist, into your twist. Left shoulder remains on the mat, and your gaze follows your left hand. Inhaling, coming back to center, extending the left leg, bending your right knee, preparing for the other side. Placing the strap on the ball of your right foot as you extend your foot towards the sky. If you like, you can hold the strap with your right hand. Inhale here. If it's too much, you can always also bend your left knee and place your left foot on the mat. Inhale here, exhaling, bending your right knee, bringing your right knee as close as possible to your armpit, and on the exhale, pushing from your heel towards the sky. Inhale, exhaling, bending the right knee, exhaling, extending from the heel. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhale, extend. Beautiful. One more time. Exhaling, bending the right knee. Exhale, extend. This time placing the blanket on your left hand and moving the right leg into your 2 o'clock. Maintaining the right shoulder and the right hip on the mat. If you can, maintaining a straight leg as well. Inhaling, bending the right leg, holding, hugging the right leg, and on the exhale, twisting, guiding the right knee towards the left. Right shoulder remains on the mat. So it's more important to have your right shoulder on the mat than whatever your knee is doing. Your gaze follows that right shoulder, that right hand. Inhaling, coming back to center, bending both of your knees, giving yourself a big hug as you roll from side to side, feeling the ground underneath you, massaging your back as you go from one side to the next. And then on the next inhale, bringing the sole of your feet together and slowly coming towards the mat. So you can have your final resting pose be this, where your hands are at your chest and the feet are together. If this is not as comfortable, you can always go into your classic final resting pose with your legs extended and the arms by your side. Closing your eyes, feeling how the ground is supporting you in this laying down pose. You can stay here as long as you like. Using a deep inhale to place your right hand across your navel and your left hand across your heart for final blessings. May you have happiness, joy, and laughter. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste and stay here as long as you like.